And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Proficiency Bonus YouTube channel. I'm here with my great friends who are here to help me, me to run through a little bit of a sci-fi hell for them tonight, so we'll see how they do as we're playing a little Death in Space RPG with our show OMEN. This is episode 2 live. We're so glad that you could join us tonight. I do want to make a quick couple of shout outs before we begin this evening. I want to thank our friends over at Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games for sponsoring and supporting this channel. If you type in, and it should work, I'm hoping it will, if you type in !Little Dragon in our chat, our YouTube chat, you will get a link to their website and storefront where you can purchase a whole bunch of really cool dice and other RPG related gear. And let's see if it works. Come on. You can do it, Stream Elements. I'm cheering you on, Stream Elements.
Thinks it can.
Come on.
One day.
One day. One day.
He's not coming back.
No.
He's not coming back.
You're like Captain Mike. You're just out to space.
Floating.
Floating. I apologize, folks. I will work on that in the future. !CCG was working earlier for Cardboard Castle Games, so you can click on that link and it will take you to their store. What is wrong? I must have done something wrong in the back end. Let's see if it... Nope. Oh, there it is! Stream Elements! You've done it! We're so proud of you, Stream Elements. Thank you for showing up to our stream tonight, Stream Elements. You were a little sleepy there, but hey, it's all good. So those are our two primary sponsors. We do want to thank them. They support us so much. I mean, Cardboard Castle Games donates a lot of materials for us to be able to do giveaways and help us with our fundraisers. Little Dragon Corp has been with us for almost 4 years now, so make sure you guys go ahead and check them out, order some awesome dice and other RPG stuff, and tell them we sent you. There's some discounts also available, 15% off if you use the discount code BONUS at Little Dragon Corp, so make sure you check them out while you're here. I don't think there's any other announcements, so we're just going to jump right into Session 2, Episode 2 here of OMEN. We're going to pick up in the vessel with 4 individuals who now have a disabled AI in their possession. The battery unit has been detached from the back of this AI, and I'm talking, this is a really like ramshackle, old looking AI system. The head of it almost looks like an old camcorder that's been kind of attached to this other body. It kind of reminds me a little bit of what was that movie with Johnny Five? Do you guys?
Short
Circuit. It's a little bit of an AI unit, kind of like that. A little bit more ramshackle in a way. Its face doesn't really have facial expressions. It's more of just like an old digital, big boxy camcorder type thing. And you guys currently have it in your possession in the OMEN. What is the conversation like here as you guys just got done finishing searching it for any physical evidence of some type of tracking device? What do you guys do?
So, should we mess with it now or later?
A marvel of technology. You can't just mess with it. You have to love it. Tenderly.
As I hug the robot's little head.
Noah kicks the chases. It's just a robot.
Don't say that. He will hear it. Okay, robot buddy. You're not just a robot.
Pretty sure it can't hear anything at the moment and has no power.
Never know. What if it's conscious?
Do you think it's dreaming?
Maybe. Do robots dream of electrical sheep?
Noah eyes Manta, but decides better of it.
Does anybody else think that robots dream? I think they do.
I don't
don't
think they
think-
do.
No? Why don't you think that they do? I mean, maybe not all of them, but I think the smarter ones might.
You think this one's smart?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was just programmed to say that one phrase over and over again, but really it's like a super smart machine thing? I don't know much about robots.
I don't want to risk reactivating it while we're still here, so maybe we'll put them away for now and work on them when we have some time later.
It's a good idea. I also don't think we have the necessary materials to like rewire it to listen to us.
So we need to get some, don't we?
Well, here's the thing though. I only have 20 hollows, so anybody got money?
I got 20.
That makes it 40.
I also have 20.
That makes it 60. I'm doing math. Look at me.
I have about the same.
You have
So-
60 hollows or 20 hollows?
20.
Okay, 80.
Some change.
What could we get with 80 hollows that could help solve this?
No idea.
Noah.
While I have you guys here, I am going to take you, if you are logged into the Roll20, I am going to take you guys to a new map to show you what the inside of your vessel looks like.
Ooh.
So I will move it, move the player flag over so that everybody should be able to see this.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Are you
look at
guys
that.
are you guys able to, so you guys can see the whole thing, right? Top
Yep.
and
Yeah.
bottom? Okay. So that just gives you kind of like the basis. I did put the stuff that you guys rolled from the character sheet down at the bottom. So that way that would be present on that as well. I am going to pull that up for our friends on YouTube land to see as I switch over to the map. I probably won't be able to get it all on the screen for them just because of the way that it is vertically placed there, but I'm going to try my best for you guys over in YouTube land.
so just so everybody knows, the mess room with the couch, that is where Manta is like almost all the time.
I'm glad.
What you do have to imagine though is you do have to imagine this still is a very cramped space, even though it does look pretty open here. Imagine like the ceilings aren't very tall. There's computer systems and a lot of other tech and stuff that stick out of the walls in awkward places, so you have to kind of like scoot around them. You can't just walk like in a straight line down the hall. You have to do all these like little turns and twists and contortions of your body just to move throughout your spacecraft. And if you look on the lower floor, the storage area is much smaller than what is indicated on the map because the storage is actually an additional module that you would have to get attached to your spacecraft. It does not come with a starting spacecraft. So you can expand it to something more on that size. It's on the map, but this was kind of the closest map I could find to what you guys had purchased and what you guys are dealing with here.
So let's go prop him up in the mess on the couch.
Right
Okay.
next to Manta.
I think that's a good idea. He'll sleep nice and comfortable. Maybe have
Yes.
good dreams.
So we prop him up on the couch, and I would try to find something to not camouflage him, but make him look natural on the couch, like he's supposed to be there.
We
Okay,
have like a blanket or something?
Yeah,
sure. Does somebody have
lampshade over the head.
That is awesome. Yes.
I have a set of workwear. I'm just gonna put my set of workwear on his body.
Nice.
To make
Yes.
him look like a little sleeping lamp man.
I love it. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, you're able to do that, kind of disguise him sitting there. Noah, what are you doing with the battery pack that you detached from it?
I am going to hold on to it in my inventory for the time being.
Okay. Gotcha.
So did anybody find anything interesting about our current job?
The only thing I know is that he likes power. and he doesn't have, or we don't know if he has any kind of family or not.
Yeah.
So if we,
Oh, you know what I found out though last time? Not necessarily related to that guy. Well, I guess kind of related, but there are apparently some sort of pirates in space. And they're super mean. They're like attacking everything apparently and like stealing things. Very, very dangerous. But I think they stole some stuff from him, or maybe from somebody that works for him. So maybe we could like, I don't know, become pirates? That was my conclusion from that conversation.
and we
Pirates?
Yeah, doesn't that sound nice? Like stealing things from... Oh, guess what? I'm saying it out loud. Doesn't sound so nice.
No.
Sounds nice for us, but not for other people.
That's true. Well, I don't know. Should I put myself or other people first? Always with the
Yourself.
philosophical questions. Thanks for the answer. I will. See.
I
Okay,
think stealing is a good way to make a lot of enemies.
and a lot of money.
Money? Enemies? I don't know.
Yeah, we should be fine. But
Yeah.
don't you find a little friend, Dev? He's been gone for a little while.
Yeah. We should go look for him.
Who
Make
knows
sure
what
he's
happened?
okay.
Does anyone even know where he went?
Yeah. I don't know where he went.
Last time we know is that he went to find a job.
Where would he look for one?
Didn't we see boards of jobs posted?
That's true, but aren't there like many boards with jobs posted? I guess he may have looked for something engineering related. He wanted to tinker with the ship, or with the robots, I think, last time.
It's a start.
Yeah,
Should we go check it out?
I think that's a good idea. I hope nobody spaced him like we did to our captain.
That
Well-
would be unfortunate.
I know, but you know what happens. Sometimes you just gotta float in space.
All he has to do is talk. He'll be fine. So we're going to the back to the was it a pub?
Yeah?
Was it the pub or just the main area with the job boards?
Maybe mess hall? I don't remember.
No, the pub was where I want some money. I mean,
Yeah. Nebulous. Nebulous
Nebulous.
was where we were. Gambling,
Yeah.
hole in the wall place.
Wait,
Yes.
you won some money.
nah. I just kinda-
Sorry, is there an equivalent of an inside check in this world?
Perfect.
I would say everyone succeeds because that was pretty obvious.
I mean, if you don't want to share your money, that's fine.
No,
You don't
I
have to
haven't-
lie about it, though.
I did not
What
lie
happened to the last person who tried to hide stuff from us?
Yeah, we're,
Yeah.
we're a big family.
Yeah, we're
Wait,
such
first
a
of all,
big...
I did not lie about it. I said I had $20 and a little change on the side. That's all I said. Never lie. Never gave you the exact amount. Two different
little
things.
change. How much is that little change?
That's my business.
Oh, is it now?
Yes, I guess. Should we just go look for Death before he dies or something? Gets killed. He needs to.
That is a
Come on,
great
dialogue.
that is a great segue as we pan across the space station to zoom in on Devlin, who is with an individual named Brady. And you guys are actually in an area that is filled with shelving units, metal shelving units, with parts, junk materials, broken items laying on workbenches. It looks like a bunch of materials that have been salvaged for God knows how many years. Just been sitting in this storage compartment. There are, what's the equivalent of like fluorescent lighting beaming down, some of them flickering in the corners. And you guys are just walking around looking through all this junk. And he picks up another thing and is like, we're going to be here for hours. And tosses it over his shoulder, and you hear it go back behind you.
Don't talk like that. Gotta have a good outlook on this. How many hoses did you say that you ran with your team?
Oh, I just got the one.
Just the one?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to risk it. I mean, I'm putting my neck on the line as it is.
Well, if we can find two, at least two, that would be obviously one, but two would be better. So we can have an alternate source if need be, if things go awry. Or if a part breaks, then we can switch it out.
Okay. Why don't you go there, look, and I'll look over here. And why don't you go ahead, and I want you to roll. And we're going to let's call this a tech check. But I'm going to give you advantage because you have his help on your roll.
All right. D20, right?
D20, add your tech score.
Yeah. I cannot roll. I got a 1, so add 1, I got a 2.
You get to roll twice because you have advantage because he's helping you. So you can roll a second time and take the bigger number, which anything will be better than your 1.
Don't tempt me.
Except for another 1.
5.
5
so
plus
1 is 6.
Plus 1. So
can I use a void point to re-roll again?
That's a good question. Can you use void points if you already had advantage on the roll? I don't know. Let me check the official rules.
Page 38.
Page 38. Void points. Void points. Using void points. 1 void point can be used to gain advantage on an ability check or attack roll, or activate a cosmic mutation. It doesn't specifically say anywhere.
I would assume since it says gain advantage, if you already had advantage, you can't gain another advantage.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, at least that's going
too.
by the theory of D&D. So I mean, there's a completely different system. So
Fair enough.
Right. Yeah, I would say in this instance you probably cannot. But what you do is you gain your 4th void point.
I am going to roll over a 10 tonight. I promise.
Sure. I'll believe it when I see it.
So ultimately, you guys are searching for about 30 minutes. And within that 30 minutes, I think the other group might actually be tracking your location and be able to find you in this salvage yard, basically. So as you're making your rounds, you're looking through things. Not an O-ring clamp that would fit this. You find some that are definitely too big. You find some that are broken, bent, beat up. That you just don't think you can make any of these work. And then all of a sudden, it seems like your 4 companions enter the salvage yard room. And you guys are reunited with your friend Brady as well, as Brady's getting very frustrated that he cannot find any parts that will work for what you guys need.
Oh, good. You guys made it. Brady, this is part of my crew. Guys, just so you know,
waves to everybody.
We're looking for 2 parts. If you guys can help, it helps with the job that I'm working on right now to help repair one of the fuel cells. Brady, this is Andromeda. We got Dawn, we got Noah, we got Manta the robot. And so so guys, this is what we're looking for. And we're looking for
Did you
another
just
one
call
of these.
me the robot?
Well, you're an AI, right?
Very sensitive about
I am
that.
not an. Okay, we're gonna have a talk about this later when we get back to the ship. I am not an AI.
So you're
very-
sentient.
Yes, I am a normal person, just with robot arms.
So we are looking for these 2 parts not broken or bent. If you guys want to take a look, we tried. We didn't really see anything, but maybe your guys' eyes are better than ours.
Okay.
Sure, I'll help.
You guys
I'll
gonna?
help
You guys
out.
want to help look around the salvage compartment? here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
And
I'm just gonna stay in the side because I'm a selfish bee for some reason. So I'm just gonna keep myself.
Are you gonna
Standing on the
Are you
wall.
gonna pretend to look, or are you just not looking?
I'm just gonna pretend.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm just,
is there anything around that I could maybe dismantle for some parts for my little AI project?
Oh, go ahead and make a tech roll, Noah. And I will
And
say that you're doing that. You are helping Devlin, but you have your own little
Mhm.
ideas in mind. So I'm going to say this is going to overshadow that a little bit.
So my tech is a 3, and my roll is a 16, 17, 18, 19.
You actually do find a couple pieces that you think would definitely help in. I guess what kind of parts would you what would you want the robot to do?
To be able to hold conversation, to be able to assist with ship operation.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you find a couple of parts you think it's going to definitely be piecemeal and have to take a lot of work, but you do think that you'll be able to do it.
So 2 parts.
Yep. I would say like 2 spare parts worth of materials that you could put into the AI. Andromeda,
I would look and be like, what are you doing? We don't need those parts.
yeah, no, it's like pocketing all this stuff.
We don't need them for you.
What do you need them for?
I'll show you when we get back. I think you're going to have some fun.
Listen, if we get caught taking these parts,
yeah. Brady
we
comes.
can actually-
Brady walks over to hearing that. Devlin, he's like, "Wait, you guys got to be careful taking parts. This all belongs to Zanta."
Yeah, we already got in trouble once in a little bit by a big giant blue AI robot. Apparently, it's one of the ones I guess might be like super AI or something. I don't know.
Huh. Interesting.
So what y'all are doing is entirely on the up and up.
Brady
No.
just looks at you, Devlin, and looks back at Noah.
It's okay.
We'll
Yeah.
explain.
And so will I.
I mean,
So,
meanwhile,
go ahead, Don.
meanwhile they're looking, right? He mentioned that there was one of those big robots outside.
Mhm.
Is the robot still close by? One of Santa's robots still close by, or they moved away?
Who are you asking?
Well, I'm asking you as a person, like a game master.
Well, you would have to ask one of them for that question.
My bad.
Yeah.
It's been a long day for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you saw one of those big blue robots that you almost got in trouble with. Do you know if it's still around?
I didn't get in trouble almost. It was Brady. I was just trying to assist and smoothing things over.
I understand, but that's not why I asked.
I know. I'll look. I just kind of peek my head out and look, and I don't see anything shiny out there.
Well, this salvage storage unit, imagine a large open garage area that has stairs that lead up. I can't remember what it's called, but if you remember, like in a garage or some kind of workplace, how they have the metal steps that you can see through. It's just like metal grating. I'm not sure. What do you call that? What is that called? When there's just like this clear metal grating, it goes around the outside. Somebody in chat, if you know it.
Catwalk.
Yeah, kind of like a catwalk type thing, but it's made out of metal. I can't remember what it's called. But the storage unit is actually up there on top, so you could actually peek out and down and look around where you guys were and see if anything is out there. And you peek out, and it looks as if that AI unit is still there, present, and talking to that Mr. Morgan fellow that had the kind of plastic iPad thing in his hand.
In that case, then I would point him out and go, "There he is. That's the one."
Thank you.
And that's the Mr. Morgan. He's the supervisor over here. But anyway, we got to make sure we got to find these parts so I can finish this job so we can get some more hollows. And then I'll let you guys in on a little bit of the scoop once Brady is no longer present.
How many hollows are we talking?
I don't want to be too greedy and say 500, but I would probably say it's probably about like 50 to 60.
Okay. Manter, are you sleeping again?
No. No.
Zanta, why don't you help me look for that part that they're looking for so we can both kind of find something, I guess?
What part? What's going on?
The rank thing, I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
mechanic stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure.
Good morning.
I don't think it's morning, but good morning.
As you guys are getting prepared to go look, you do notice that descending from the ceiling of this place is 2 floating mechanical balls.
Oh my god, it's this Star Wars robot.
And they're just kind of hovering, and one is on the right side of the room, one is on the left. And they just start, there's lights kind of blinking on them, and they start to float around, and they start to like look at parts, and they start to scan codes off the parts. And they just go and they start to like just slowly float, and they go to different sections, and you see one stop, and then all of a sudden a little blue scanner light just, you know, flashes out and scans across the part, and then the scan dissipates. You hear a couple beeps from the little floating bot, and it continues just to move around.
Maybe we can ask the robots to find the part we're looking for.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It's well, I won't ask someone, but maybe we can just go up to it and just try asking.
Hey, Mr. Robot Creature, Floaty Head, Tentacle Bot.
It turns around. You could see there is a little kind of, you know how R2-D2 had that little like camera lens that was on the side? It just looks at you through that camera lens, and you just hear it beep a few times towards you.
I think it communicates with beeps. Anybody know beep? Very serious language.
I don't know beep, but maybe try showing it and see if you point and kind of point to the area behind us.
Do you have the part, the broken part, or whatever we're looking for?
Yeah, right here.
Cool. We'll show it to the robot.
Oh, it's blue scanner. Scans the part. A couple green lights flash in the face of it. It beeps excitedly. It starts to float rapidly towards the back right-hand corner of the salvaging unit.
Follow the robot, I guess.
Okay. You guys follow the bot to the corner where it indeed takes you to the exact part, not bent, not broken. It seems like it's still attached to another hose unit, but it's just kind of like a metal O-ring that's attached to the end of it. It appears to be only one here. It illuminates with a light that kind of on the side of the bot illuminates where the part is for you.
I'm going to start working on that, getting it off, and then I'm going to hand the other part that I'm looking for to Andromeda, and so here, do this one.
Oh, okay. And I will lift up the other part towards him. He's such a good bot.
Which other part? Which other part are you holding up again?
So the O-ring is for the original job, and then we're looking for that little adapter that'll help change. What was it? Bypass the sensor with the parts for fuel, and we can make it fail or leak.
Okay, got it. So you hold up that that little piece of tech that is missing some pieces to it. It scans it, But then you see red lights blink on the bot, and it seems to beep with a just kind of a depressed beep 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 beep, you know, kind of.
They're out of stock.
They're out of stock. It wishes it could help you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Bot. I didn't mean to disappoint you. I only disappoint my parents.
All of you
If
heard
only
that,
we
by
could,
the way.
if we could repair this one part, then it would help us try and. I don't know what we need to fix it.
Well, why don't we ask Noah? Maybe he'll know how to repair it.
Yeah, he was grabbing some other parts, so.
You leave my parts alone.
I'm not touching your parts. I'm talking about this part specifically that I'm handing to you. Would you be able to fix that part?
Well, I've never seen it before, but I could try to take a look at it.
Well, it's broken anyway, so
It'll only get more broken.
Exactly.
You need this done now, or
sooner rather than later would be preferred.
Okay.
If we have to go back to the ship for parts or something like that, we can do that. But if there's anything else here, low key, that we can easily walk out of here with.
Manta, you see over on the side, in a location where Noah was fidgeting around with some parts and pulling things off, the other hoverbot that you weren't speaking to is trying to scan something. It scans it, and you hear it just go, it like flashes yellow a little bit and goes beep 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 beep, and then it tries to scan the part again, and it does the same thing about 3 or 4 times.
I'm just gonna walk over there. I'm not gonna say anything. Just gonna walk over there and see what that part is. Then what is it trying to scan?
It seems to be just trying to scan a part that Noah had taken some pieces off of.
Oh.
And it seems like it's not getting the green light. It's just getting yellow, and it's very confused.
It's just gonna kind of like push it underneath other parts. That way, it just doesn't like goes off somewhere else, so the bot goes away.
So Manta reaches out and tucks the part back behind some other pieces.
Yep.
Slowly, the top half of the bot just goes towards your face while you're doing this, and you can see its lens just staring right at your mask. Beep, 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 beep. And it scans your face. It goes and flashes yellow. Beep, 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 beep.
I don't know what you're saying. You didn't see that part there.
It turns towards where the part was.
Shoot.
That turns back to you.
Shoot. I'm just gonna try and like
you're
shoot
it away. You bump the body, goes. Pff, it's like floating away a little bit.
I'm just gonna kind of like look around, see if anybody was like watching. I'm just gonna slowly walk back over to the group.
Okay.
Did I see that happen?
Yeah, everybody's in the room saw it happen. Yes.
Noah's gonna silently walk backwards out of the room.
Okay.
Right next to Noah.
Brady, I said we got the initial part. We're gonna try and fix the other part of the sensor. We're gonna head back to our ship and see if we can get this fixed up. How about you go meet up with your guys, and I'm gonna go get this O-ring installed on the job so I can close it out real quick.
Okay.
And then We're going to try and fix the secondary part, and then I'll meet you back here in about, well, not here, but maybe in the job board area in about an hour.
An hour? Okay, yeah, I can go meet up with them. Yeah, sure. Just be careful out there, okay?
Yeah. Nope. And we're our ship is in dock, whatever number we're in.
Oh, yeah.
Brady looks at you. He's like, "There's a lot of docks here, man. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys were in A1.
A1.
Yeah.
1A. 1A.
1A.
I didn't pass school,
A1's,
okay?
Yeah. A1's the steak sauce. We're in 1A. Brady's like, yeah. Did you tell him just to meet at the job board, or did you tell him to meet at your docking?
Told him to meet at the job board.
Job board, got it. All right. Sure. I'm gonna. I need to get out of here and take a little break anyway. So.
Sounds good. I appreciate the help.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for everything, and thanks for stepping in through all that.
Of course, here for you. Like I said, we're gonna see if we can get this sensor fixed. If we can, we're gonna be in business. And if it's not, then we'll see what the next steps are.
Thanks, Dev. I'll see you in about an hour.
Sounds good. See you in an hour.
He kind of makes his way out of the storage area, makes his way down the steps and out towards, kind of the main area where you guys had come from.
All right, guys. I'm gonna head up and just quickly finish this O-ring real quick, get it attached, and then I'll run back to the ship with you guys. Is that what you guys want to do next?
Sounds good.
I'll just go ahead and get this tightened up real quick, sealed up, and go get the cash out, and then close the job out, Mr. Morgan, and then meet you back at the ship.
Hey.
Sounds good.
Right? You start running. Cool. You guys make your way back. You guys going back to the ship, or you guys?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are starting to make your way back to the ship. Don wanted to stop me for something. He gave me the 1 second.
Yeah. If we. Yeah. So when we're walking around, I'm like. So remember I found out, or one of us found out, that Mr. Zanta has 4 big robots that he sends out to people and bullies them. We have one here next to the shipment that we're in. Should we stop by and try to get some information from him with the Noah, can you help me get some information?
I'm also going to show you guys in Roll20 a image of what this AI looks like.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh, hell no. I ain't talking to that.
And
Bionicles.
as soon as we walk by and we see him, we go like, yep, back to the ship.
Yeah, imagine more of a blue glow, like where it looks very metallic in the picture that I'm showing you. Imagine more of like a plastic kind of coating over top that has this illumination of a blue glow about the whole thing.
How are we even supposed to
Hook something.
USB that thing?
Yeah,
There has to be a slot somewhere.
the back of the head.
What are you gonna do? Hold it down and try to stick it in?
I don't know.
I
Something
mean,
we should-
in the chest, there's like a little pointy hole. It looks like a hole between the 2 chests.
And how do you get it there without being killed in the process?
Is there a way we can like shut it down temporarily?
That thing looks like it could just crush you with one hand.
I don't think that's a take the battery pack out situation.
Yeah, definitely not. That has to be some more subtle maybe situation of doing things.
That one seems smarter.
What if we shock it? Short circuit it for a second or something.
Not a bad
With-
idea, actually.
How would you do that?
Maybe we could buy something that has the electrical charge in it.
Is there anywhere
Like a
water
taser.
here?
I do have this
Or throw
battery
water
pack.
on, or throw water on it.
Yeah, maybe it's not waterproof. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it could be. I mean, it's really advanced, so it looks
Yeah.
like it might be waterproof.
I have an idea.
Okay.
What is it?
All right.
I pull out the battery pack and like, if I can rig this, we got ourselves a taser.
Perfect.
Like it.
We're a good team. Let's just try not to shock ourselves.
Oh,
That might suck.
Ooh, there's no promises there.
While
so I
you
guess we're headed.
while you guys are doing that, I think Devlin was headed down to the piping. So what you're gonna do is you're going to try to repair this. So I need you to go ahead and make a repair roll for me, and I'm actually gonna roll a d6 for this one.
She wants you to stay with stuff.
All right, D6.
Well,
Or
okay,
for you?
I'll roll the d6 because that's basically
Okay.
how long it's gonna take you to do this. And you have to make a tech check for me. Would you like to spend a void point to gain advantage on your roll?
Absolutely.
All right, here you go.
You can do this. Come on, above a 10.
Oh, I got my other D20 in here. Maybe that'll help.
Nice.
I got a 5
Oh god.
and a 13.
Oh,
13.
yeah.
What's your tech?
1, so that's 14.
14
Oh,
is a
yeah.
success.
Yes.
So the good news is you're going to be able to repair this O-ring. A little bit of a bad news is it's going to take you an hour.
30 minutes with my ability.
Oh, 30 minutes with your ability that you've got. What was your ability again? You can repair things half the time?
Half the time.
Sweet. Yeah, so there you go. Using your ability, it will take you 30 minutes to complete the task. It's just the parts are old. Some of them are kind of rusty, and there's all this like crud that's kind of underneath that you got to scrape clear before you can even get a clear seal with the O-ring and everything. And attaching the thing, just all these old parts, they're junk, and you're trying to make them fit together. Just takes a little bit longer than, like, for you, it's a lot easier than most, but still takes a little bit of tweaking and making sure that you get it in the right position to work. But yeah, in about 30 minutes, you're going to be set to go. Within that 30 minutes, the rest of you are heading back to the vessel. I would say about 10 of that 30 minutes would just be you guys kind of getting back there, because it is a big area where you at Kenar 62. You guys make your way back to Docking Bay 1A, where you're able to get back onto the OMEN. And what do you guys want to do? You guys got about 20 minutes while Devlin's still tinkering in the fueling bay.
So I got a few things I think I want to try. I'll need your helps.
What do you need?
Let's set up our little companion boy on the table here. So we'll plop him up on the table. And describe what this thing actually looks like, since he's not like the other ones. Humanoid?
He's humanoid. The legs look like they came from 2 different, possibly even 3 different robots. The pieces must have been broken and somebody just took something off of another robot and attached it in a way that would just work.
Okay. I'm going to dismantle the lower half of this thing.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a tech roll for me.
I gotta not do a good roll sometimes. This will probably be it. That is a nat 20.
Natural 20. Very good. Let me double check on, I think, repairs, dismantling. Let's see. Let me double check dismantling. Electronics, and this will be technically electronic. Pick apart weapon. Gives 1 unit of components and takes about 1d6 hours. Oh boy.
6 hours.
I rolled a 5.
Oh gosh.
So I think what the problem is some of these pieces are welded together awkwardly, and you're having trouble finding I mean, you're going to succeed. You're finding trouble finding all the tools quickly, so it's taking you a little longer than you would expect. But I would say probably with the help of your team there, because you have 4 other members that are around. Would anybody else Manta would like to help? Okay.
No, Manta's asleep.
Oh, Manta's asleep.
3 other people.
3 other young.
Bless you,
Manta's
Manta.
passed out. Manta's passed out on the couch on the other side while you guys are working on this robot on the table. Very good.
I will help out. I have a 2 tech.
All right,
Andromeda, the other robot, not that one.
Oh,
Andromeda, go ahead and make a tech roll for me, please, and let's see how good of how much help you can provide to Noah.
Total of 12.
A 12 plus is
It.
That's it.
Yeah,
12.
that's
12 is
plus,
exactly what you need to succeed on an ability check in this game. So it's always 12 to succeed. So I would say you're going to decrease the time by 2 hours.
Okay.
So with you guys
I'll
working, you'll help too?
Yeah.
Oh, Don's stepping forward. He's actually going to get in there and help. Go ahead and roll your tech roll, Don. 5. All right, Don, congratulations. You gain a void point. And unfortunately, Don does not reduce the hours that it takes. So it will take 3 hours to dismantle the whole lower half of this. It's just a lot of some parts you've never seen before, some parts that are so common that you've seen on tons of AI bots. It's just they stuck it all together. Nobody was really putting any thought into this. They were just trying to make it work.
Yeah. So what I'm ultimately looking for by doing this is 1, any type of components that may help me repair this piece that I'm going to have to repair, and 2, any type of metal rod / pole type things.
Well, you'll definitely be able to find metal rods. There's a lot of
Yeah.
those here, so that will be easy. It's going to be hard to find the piece that Devlin wants you to find. You think the only way you're going to find that piece is if you basically make this AI unit disabled. Like, you're going to have to take parts from its head and sensory units to be able to do what Devlin wants to do.
And am I back yet or no?
You will be back. You're going to walk in right as Dawn and Noah and Andromeda are all hovering over this thing, yanking on parts of its legs, pulling pins, taking tools and just smacking the kneecaps of this thing, all while you see no sign of Manta. But then when you walk around the bend, you see Manta is passed out on the other side of the couch, just on the other side of where all this is happening. Doesn't seem to have, all the loud noise and everything that's happening doesn't seem to have any effect on his ability to be able to sleep through it.
Good to know. That's critical information right there. So first off would be, how many hollows would I have gotten from that job?
That job?
5.
That job paid you out 50 hollows.
Sweet. I would say the minute I open the door and I see all this, like, I have the money in my hand and I'm all excited, and I just see everyone ripping everything apart, and I just had kind of like a stunned look on my face and just kind of drop my arms to the side and just go, what's going on?
It's better not to ask questions sometimes.
we're outfishing our anger.
No, isn't these one of these the AI robots that come and like register us?
It is, but it's not active right now. I hold up the battery pack.
And then
But
behind you, Dawn just rips something and a spring goes, flies around across the room.
But doesn't the station have records of where these things go?
It may. But it didn't come in here before we took it.
Was it at what point did you take it?
Out there somewhere.
Anyway, back to the whole point with the part before I just go sit in the corner. So Brady and his team siphon gas and sell it on the side. Now we have a couple of different options here. One, we can help them by getting that part that I gave you to work. What it'll do is override the sensors, and it'll give false numbers. And we can make it fail, shut off, release to make it look like whatever we need to. So we can siphon fuel for our ship, siphon fuel for them, and then also make it just fail and break so that way gas just leaks and covers it up. Or I found out that Zanta will pay good money for turning people in who are looking to do ill will.
So you want turn in Brady?
Wait, how much?
Potentially.
How much?
I'm not sure yet, but depending on how we set it up, we could have the sensor work for a while and then show it works and then feed that information to Zanta for a reward. Or we can just have the sensor not work, have them still install it, and we rat them out from the get-go before any more involvement. So we have a couple of different plays.
That could get us close enough to looking at these AI.
And we could turn in 663 regents as well with Miya and turn over the virus and get 2 for 1.
But Zanta is a bad guy. We've established that. Like, he's not a good person. The Regents and this poor man named Brady seem like they're fairly, well, besides trying to siphon gas, decent people. And I personally would hate to see something bad happen to them. And we all know that Zanta would 100% kill them.
Didn't you want to become a pirate, though?
Well, listen, I don't want to kill people. I just want to rob them.
You wouldn't kill them.
Hold on, we literally just sent somebody outside in space.
Well, that's different. He was a very, very bad person. I wouldn't be against, like, sending Zanta out to space. You know, he clearly deserves a little nice trip out into the grand abyss. But I don't want to send Brady into space. He seemed so genuine and, like, cute and little.
I don't trust anybody. Take advantage of whatever we can, as long as we plan it out.
I'm with Death. We could use the money.
Could use the money, but we could also earn the money by just doing the job for the regions, and then get further contracts from the regions.
Get further contracts from Zanta.
With
But
more
those
money.
are likely gonna involve killing people. Are you willing to sacrifice your moral code for
What
more
moral
money?
code?
Oh God.
You're aware of my warrant, right?
Yeah, but that weren't, like the people that are chasing after you are bad people. You're not a bad person. Well, now that line is kind of crossing, but I don't know. That's the thing. Like, if we send all these people to their deaths willingly, what does that make us?
Rich.
Rich.
Yeah, but that also makes us bad.
But don't you want to go on a space adventure in our
Yes,
ship
but
and
not
fly around?
not
We
at a
can go to
cost.
new systems, new
Not at-
people.
See, but that's the thing. Once we tie up to the fact that, like, we're working with Zanta, I don't think we're going to go to new places. I think we're gonna go to one place only, and that's gonna be, like, killing a whole bunch of people for him. Or hurting a whole bunch of people who are not deserving of it.
I think we need to maybe go to a vote on what we want to do then as a group.
Oh, you're awake.
Oh, now
Oh,
you're
yeah,
awake.
yes. I was just talking. Anyways,
You guys in the background hear a loud pop as it seems that Noah has pulled a leg off of the bot.
That's exactly what I needed.
Oh,
So we're gonna take a vote.
We want to help Zanta or not help Zanta. Do we want to do this in an open thing, or we want to write down on like a piece of paper or something, so it's like anonymous?
is it Alcoholics Anonymous? We're not alcoholics,
No.
but some of us
Okay.
might not be.
So, in a raise of hands, who wants to help Zanta?
Oh my god.
We're not evil. My vote's that way so we can get closer to take him down from the inside.
Yeah, but that still means sacrificing people, isn't it?
Not necessarily. He says we have to actually do it. We may get the job to, but maybe that's when we make our move.
Technically, we're not sacrificing them. What we're doing is giving them up, and Santa decides what to do. We're not gonna be there, so we're not gonna watch.
But you're...
I'm fine.
Those same people could do the same thing to us.
That's true.
You got to think we have a job. We've already contracted out to do a job. So if we turn in Brady and his group, that helps us complete our job that we do have.
Who's to say Brady hasn't already turned in us?
Exactly.
Also true. So we might as well do it first.
And we could play it both ways. If we can get the part ready, we can steal the fuel, maybe gain trust with them, and then turn them in. So we get fuel and money and rapport and getting close to Zanta.
We talk about Brady. What about Miya?
I definitely don't want to do
Well-
anything bad to Miya.
I think we've already personally have accepted a job. So I think we should see that job through. And then, after we do that job, then we can see what we want to do after that.
We deal with Miya. I'm okay with him.
All right, so we're going to attempt to siphon some fuel and then turn in Brady and then get close to the bots and then see if we can maybe plug into one of them. Is that the tentative game plan?
I think that is the game plan.
Yes, sir.
All right, well then that just leaves one thing, which is Noah, whether or not you can get that fixed, or do we have to fake it? Because if we can't get it fixed, we're gonna have to make it look like it's ready, and we won't get any fuel, but we can at least have them install it and then turn them in.
So then, a couple of questions. The parts that I dismantled at the junkyard, is that going to help me repair this thing at all?
I think those were for the robot, is what you said. And I think the parts that we need for the part are on the actual robot itself.
Yeah, so basically, in order to fix this part, you would basically be dismantling your AI unit.
You're asking me to give up one of my only friends for you to have some gas money.
Well, no, we get gas and we get money.
What about my friend?
We'll find more parts. Who knows, Xanto, after he pays us, maybe we can just buy one of his robots.
Oh, he could just give us one.
Or, yeah.
As we pan down to Noah's friend who is missing one leg, and bolts and other pieces are just laying around on the table.
Noah, a single tear comes out of his eye and says, I wish I would have gotten to know you. And he starts taking apart the pieces to get the part needed.
Okay. All right. So, Noah, you basically move from the lower torso to start ripping apart like the side panels of the face of the unit of this thing and start disconnecting wires and going through. There's a lot of junk in here. There's a lot of wires. There's a lot of relays. There's a lot of just different units, computer units and things that you're going to have to kind of sift through for a little while. During that time, you guys hear the buzzer for the airlock. As it seems that someone in the lobby is ringing the doorbell to the airlock.
Lampshade! Lampshade!
You guys, doesn't one of you have some kind of like big like space blanket?
I got a parachute.
You can throw a parachute over the table.
I'm gonna take the parachute out and just chuck it over.
Dylan throws a parachute over the table as Noah
And
starts to panic.
I'm gonna put the actual parachute on and make it look like it was just like an accident where it just kind of shot out the back.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna answer the door.
Okay. So you go out the airlock to answer the door. And when you do, you see on the other side, there are 3 individuals. One of them you recognize as Brady. Brady and also the... let me see if I can go ahead and get a new song here. There we go. Brady is standing there with a shorter female who has straight, very dark hair that has purple streaks in it, bangs that kind of come just above her eyebrows. She has pigtails that kind of poke off at either side. She's wearing a lot of purple accented clothing and a black leather jacket that seems to have a bunch of chains hanging off of it. Tights, kind of black tights that have purple diamonds all the way up both sides, and very tall black leather boots. Next to her is an individual who is wearing, they look like very round kind of welding goggles with a little bit of green lights blinking on each side. Red hair that seems to spike up like Guile from Street Fighter 2, and is wearing a very dirty looking trench coat. Really scruffy looking fellow, short, stout, stubble on the chin. And those 3 are standing at the doorstep of your airlock as you open the door.
Ah, Brady, perfect. Come in.
Oh yeah, Dev. I know you wanted us to meet you at the job board, but I heard you say that you were in Docking Bay 1A, so I just figured it was getting kind of late, so I just figured
This is perfect. I'll show you what's going on. Don't mind the parachute.
Oh,
and I escort them all in.
Oh, God, that's a pretty nice parachute. Where'd you find one like that?
An old friend who no longer needed it decided to go on a little trip, and so kind of took it from him after he left.
Oh, gotcha. Well, anyway, I just wanted to introduce you guys to this is Mavie, and he points to the girl with the pigtails, and this is Cameron, and points to the guy with the really tall red hair.
Awesome, pleasure to meet you. Andromeda, Dawn, Noah, Manta, and I'm Devlin. So, to give you a little bit of scoop on the work that we've been doing, I just unveil the parachute and I show them the android. And I go, we took this android, took the parts, and now we're working on building that sensor for you.
Oh, I recognize that bot. That's the one that kind of like takes care of all the docking bays for Guyana. What are you doing with it?
We're borrowing it for some parts. This is part of the work that I told you about that we're pretty good at, and we are working on right now finishing this sensor for you to go and implement on that tube, so we can go ahead and get this party started.
You hear a pop, and bubblegum is covering the face of Mavie. And she just takes her tongue and she like scrapes it off of her face and just starts saying, "These guys are good. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about." And then Cameron, the guy with the really tall red hair, he's putting his fingers together like this, and you can see he's got black gloves on that have all the fingers cut out, and he starts like putting his fingers together like this, and he goes and he walks over and he starts like looking at the bot and looking at all the pieces that Noah has taken off. He picks up one of the legs and goes,
I slap his hand.
Don't worry. Just don't mess with Noah right now.
Easy, Cam, easy. These guys are good. Good job, Brady. Good job. Brady's
So-
like, I'm telling you, these guys came at the perfect time. They're gonna help us out.
Like I said, we're going to get this part set it up, and then we're going to hand it over to you guys, and you just let us know what you need from us after that. We'll help you. We'll keep an eye out. We'll do whatever you need, and while you guys go and install it and get it all ready.
Oh, you want me to install that?
Well, yeah, you guys already know the tube and everything else, and
Oh,
know where it's
gosh.
all out.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Dev. Like, you see Cameron over there? And you watch Cam, he's like hovering over Noah's shoulder going he's our tech guy, and he kind of gave me the directions on how to run the pipe. That tech might be over my head, and I don't know if I trust Cameron to do it. I mean,
Well-
look at him. He just gets too damn excited.
Hey, Noah, how easy is it for them to just go ahead and attach that to the pipe? Is there anything complicated to it, or do you think it'll be pretty easy to slap on?
I think it'll be pretty easy to slap on.
Well, there we go. I think we could kind of walk through kind of how it would work, on a different pipe, just kind of to show you real quick of how it would just kind of latch onto it, and then we can once you see how it works, we can do the real thing later.
Okay.
That way we can do kind of a dry run.
All right. I'm gonna ask you to make me a check, Devlin. And because Noah helped you, I'm gonna give you advantage on the roll. This is gonna be a savvy check.
Oh, crap.
But you do have advantage.
Okay, the first one is an 8 with a -3, so that's 5. The second one is a 3 with a -3, so that's 0.
You can sense a very deep hesitation in Brady. It's like he wants to say, yeah, it'll be a piece of cake. But he kind of looks at you and says, well, maybe if you show me how, but as of right now, I really have my doubts. I mean, like I said, Cameron's the only guy that's really be able to talk me through anything, and I just get real nervous.
Yeah, no problem. We can just we can all, me, you, and Noah, go ahead and get another pipe fitting job. And then while we're doing it, we'll show you where it slots in. And then that way you can see it, and then easy peasy.
Oh, all right. Do you guys want us to just hang out for a while?
No.
Well, it's a little tight in here, with the parachute and all.
Meanwhile, over in the corner where you threw the parachute out, you see Mavie has got like the parachute up. Her bubble gun kind of pops again. It's like, yeah, this is really nice.
Just, yeah. But no, what do you say? We check in over at the board in about another hour, so we can see what the progress is like going on getting this part, and then you can keep an eye out for any jobs in regards to those rings to see if one comes up. And that way, when one does, you can grab it, let us know, and then we can walk you through it and then see where we're at fixing the part.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. I'm good with that. Mavie, Cameron, you guys cool with that? Totally. I got it. And then you hear Cameron's like, he's like, at first, and he's like, I want to kind of stay here. I just want to stay here. This is really some really cool tech.
Well, unfortunately, this only allows for 5 people at a time plus an AI. And so it gets a little tight with just that many people. But otherwise, we totally would. If one of us weren't here, we would totally let you stay.
Fine. He kind of rubbing his hand from where Noah slapped him. And he slowly starts making his way out the airlock. And one thing that you notice when he turns around on the back of his, or actually on like the shoulder, he has this patch like sewn on his shoulder. It's just like a silhouette of a scorpion.
This is the door shut.
Yeah, they all seem to walk out and are going to meet with you at the job board in an hour, according to what Devlin had planned out with what you guys want to do.
I do not trust those guys at all right now.
That's why they'll be easy. Go ahead.
I'm okay with Brady, but I definitely think that guy was, like, really weird.
No one touched that leg. His fingerprints are on it.
Ugh.
I told you. Easy fall, guys.
Easy money.
So we'll take some cloth and move the leg over to a new space. Even though, like, my fingerprints would be on it, if I'm the one taking it and giving it to someone,
Yep.
Maybe that'll be okay. So let's get to work on making this part.
Whatever you need from me.
I'll help you.
Okay. So my question to you guys is, would you all like to make individual rolls? I will let you do that, or if you would like to just give Noah advantage on the roll, you guys can do that.
I'm giving him the roll.
Okay.
Watch, since you gave it to me, it's not going to work now.
And I will say
right.
that since he's helping you, if you succeed, I will allow his special ability about repairing things to apply to this roll.
All right, so I have advantage, right?
You have advantage. Mm-hmm.
All right, roll number 1 is a 17, 18, 19, 20.
That's going to be enough to succeed, and I only rolled a 1 on the d6, so minus the 30 minutes. It will only take you 30 minutes to rig this up. But now you have a AI unit that's just basically a pile of spare parts.
Good. In the meantime, since I have some extra time now, I'd like to take a little bit of the wiring and attach it to the battery pack.
Okay.
And see if I can make a little one-shot taser out of it.
Okay. I would say that would be an additional roll. So you make an additional tech roll for that.
I'll help him with that one.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and make it with advantage with Adronimus help.
That's a 3, so 6 so far. And 19.
19. That will also succeed, but this time I rolled a 2. So it's going to take you 2 hours to put this together with the parts. You're just kind of basically, it's just the time of finding the parts and making it work. You have to do a couple test runs of it to see if it's actually going to run, but it will take you about 2 hours. You guys said you were going to meet the other group in an hour. So it depends on what
I'll
you guys
hang out
want
and
to do.
keep on building.
You keep out. So Adronima, if she's offering the help, she's going to have to stay with you for that time as well.
Okay.
Okay, you stay.
Then I'll ask Noah to show me how to install it.
Yeah.
Real quick, so that way I know, that way I can at least go with them on the job to show them where to install it on the ring.
Okay.
And so Noah kind of takes a mocking diagram of how it should be looking and shows a little cap that comes off and a place where you would plug in the sensor right on the board.
Okay.
Simple, easy peasy.
And then would I actually take the device with me, or would I just go dry run it without it? Or is there enough parts to kind of show what it would look like as a prototype?
You don't really have the exact parts. You have whatever parts you got like laying on that table currently right now. So you could make something that closely represents, but may not be exactly what they will see whenever they try to install it.
So I'll try and rig that up then.
Okay.
That way Noah can work on the other stuff.
Okay. You've got some parts that you think will help to at least symbolize where this part goes and how you install it. And like I said, it's not going to be a perfect... It's not going to be like, here's the exact thing, just insert it like this. It's not going to be like that. But it'll be close enough. What about Manta and Dawn? What are you guys thinking about doing here as we're getting a plan together? It looks as if Adronima and Noah are busy trying to rig something to this battery pack now. They're hooking wires to it and other things.
Well, what I was thinking is, who should we send to inform the AIs and what was his name?
Zanta?
Yes, him. About this operation that's going on. That
I say me and you go.
Sure.
We'll make it simple.
I would like to get a look at this individual's face, so that works for me.
Yeah, I actually want to meet this guy too. So me and you should come up with a plan.
Well, we
Go.
wait. I think we wait until after Devlin and gets back. That way, we don't tell them, and then they find Devlin there with them.
Wait, hold on. Should we send somebody with Stefan to help him out, or should we both go to Saturn?
Well, I think we shouldn't be with them if we're going to go turn the other people in. Because then if we're seen with them, it might be a little fishy. So
Sure.
I'm thinking we wait until we hear from Devlin that it's already installed, and then we can go and talk to this guy.
I'm okay with that. You okay with that, Def?
Noah, Andromeda sound good to you?
Sure.
Do you need the leg yet?
That's good.
The leg?
It has, what's his name again's fingerprints on it?
Right. I mean, it could help. I don't have fingerprints. Do you think we could wipe yours off? Do you remember
Do you know how
what
to
you
find
touched?
just... I touch this thing all over. My fingerprints are all over it.
Didn't they touch the parachute? The girl? I forgot the
She
girl's name.
did hold the parachute.
That's
You
an
caught-
expensive parachute.
There'll be more money coming.
But
I mean,
maybe we can make the story that they're the ones that junked the AI, and they found this leg just sitting there.
Yeah.
But that would need to be me turning it in, because my fingerprints are on it.
Well, you
Yeah.
could go with us then.
If
You
I'm
be the
done.
one- You be
I
the
say
one
my-
holding.
My fingerprints are going to be on the parachute.
Well, I don't think we turned in the parachute. I think we just turned in
Okay.
the leg.
Okay, then that, yep. And then the question becomes, do we want to siphon gas first for our ship?
How long do you think that would take?
How long do you think that would take, Michael?
Well, you would probably have to communicate a little bit more with Brady, because it seemed like there was an elaborate operation when it came into the siphoning. It seems
Okay.
as if when he talked to you before, they actually had people on the outside of Kenar 62, maybe other members of his gang, while he was inside, and the gas was going elsewhere. So,
Sounds like a lot of extra work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just
Get
Forget
it
about the-
operational.
forget about the siphoning gas part, and then just turn them in.
Yeah, wait till they're in progress.
All right,
So-
sounds like we're going to plan.
Works for me.
So, to recap, I need to make sure I get this right. Noah staying with Adromina to fix the thing that he's doing. Dev is going to with Brady to help him install this piece of machinery that he has.
We're doing the test run on a job with the fake piece first, so he knows how to do it. Then he will go and install it.
Then he will install it.
Yeah.
And then me, Manta, and Noah are taking the leg.
Take the
It's
leg,
like-
yep.
I'm good. I'm good. Go back to my corner now.
okay. So you guys are going to go ahead, the three of you are going to walk out of the airlock. And you guys are going to go with Devlin first, right? Is that
No,
what-
I think Devlin's going by himself.
Devlin goes by himself. Okay.
So us four, I think, are staying on the ship.
You guys are staying at the
basically.
ship. Okay. So Devlin makes his way out after about an hour and starts to head towards the job board. Devlin, you can see in the hallway as you're walking down, you've walked past a few airlocks. An AI unit similar to the one that had the blue glow from the garage, that's glowing with more of a yellow hue, is at an airlock. The airlock is open and there's some individuals there, and they're engaged in a conversation. And you can overhear the AI unit saying, "Our airlock security unit has not reported. Have you seen the airlock security unit?" And then you see the people that are standing on the other side of the airlock. No, I haven't seen it. I mean, it was doing its rounds earlier. I really don't know. If you see it, please file a digital report. Thank you. And it just looks at the person, takes one step back, turns on its heel to the side, and then begins to walk down towards the next airlock.
At this point, I'm going to speed up and try and get to Brady as fast as possible.
Okay.
And then and then once I get up to him, I'm like, "Hey, ready to go? We got this prototype here, so that way it doesn't raise any suspicion. And then I'll show you how to do it. You can complete the job, take the hollows, and then I got to run back because we're almost done with the part. So I got to help out with a few things on that, but I wanted to make sure I showed you how this worked and everything else real quick. So did you find the job?
Okay, before this happens, as you're booking down the hallway, that's where we're going to take our break for the evening. You're running towards Brady, and walking the opposite direction is that yellow AI unit. That's where we're going to take our break. Well done, everybody. Everybody who is tuning in tonight, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We're going to take about a 5 to 7 minute break to refill beverages, take a quick stretch as the tension begins to build. And we'll see what happens when we come back for our second half of tonight's episode of OMEN. See you guys in a few. And welcome back, everybody, to OMEN. This is the second half of episode 2. As last we left off, the majority of the group was still in the OMEN vessel as Noah and Adronima were busy putting together a kind of one-shot makeshift taser using the battery pack they had stolen off the AI unit. Devlin went to go talk with Brady and his gang about how to rig this sensor using some other parts. You guys ripped off the AI unit. That poor AI unit. While Devlin was walking through the hall, he saw one of the glowing AI units making its rounds, asking if anybody has seen the airlock security AI. So Devlin quickly ran towards the job board. It'll take you a few minutes to get there, even if you're running. You're still making your way down the hall. A couple people give you odd looks as you bump into them as they're getting off of shuttles and other ships as they dock in some of the docking bays as you're moving your way down the hall. You eventually get to the job board where you see that Brady and Cameron, you don't see Mavie, but you see Brady and Cameron are waiting there for you.
Oh, perfect! You guys are here.
Oh yeah. What's have you got the part? Is it all good?
We're working on the part right now, but we did get this perfect, not perfect, but very close to mock-up that's very similar to it. So it just shows you how to install it real quick, and you can test it as many times as you want. And that way, if you're caught with it, it's just a spare part that you just were playing with, and it actually does nothing. So that way, it saves you in the event that someone just moseys on over. But it also shows you how to install it, and no one will be the wiser.
Okay. How do I install it?
Did you find the job?
What do you mean? Did I find the job?
For one of the O-ring repairs, so we can show you live going through.
Oh well. I mean, we can do. I mean, I work down there, so we could run a maintenance diagnostic test, and we could just move about, and no one will think anything of it.
Whatever works for you. We can do that, or you can get a job and make some more hollows. Whatever works for you. All I know is that I just want to make sure we get through this quick because I got to get back because Noah's waiting on me. There's one part of this that I have to him with because it takes 4 pairs of hands to do.
Well, don't worry about us then. You go ahead and do what you need to do. I mean, we got time.
Nope. No worries. We can just go ahead and do this right now. Go into the, we can do a maintenance walk, or you can select a job. Up to you. Whatever's easier.
All right. Well, I mean, maintenance walk. I mean, I just walk down there. Are you coming with?
Yeah.
All
I'll walk with you.
All right. Hear that, Cameron? We're gonna figure this out. And he starts to kind of he almost skips as he's walking.
Maybe Cameron should lie back a little bit and keep an eye on us and see if anyone comes over.
Man, I wish I could tell him to do that, but he's just so dang excited right now.
Gotcha.
I mean, look at the guy. You're not gonna break his heart, are you? Come on.
I mean, whatever works for you.
Got it. I'll have to later on. I'll have to show you what he helped build and rig for us. It's pretty crazy.
I'm looking forward to it. No, this is just the start of a great friendship and many more opportunities to come.
Definitely. Thank you for all your help so far. I mean, this is great.
Yeah, I mean, look at this part. It's going to be so easy to show you how to do this. And if anyone comes over, like I said, it does nothing. No one will be the wiser.
Okay, all right. And you guys just kind of start walking towards the garage bay area quickly. The rest of you working on the taser. Takes a little bit of time. You're still working on it.
So, how much time do we have, Noah?
I think you might be muted.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, we still got, how much time do we got? I think it's about an hour left.
Got about an hour left of working on that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you all want to make yourselves useful?
Yeah, got something to do. What do you mean?
See those 2 metal rods from the leg? Not the good one with the fingerprints, but the other one.
Okay.
Weld them together.
Nah. Not falling for that.
Falling for it? It's a task. I'm making a weapon.
Okay. So,
I do have a welder. I could do it.
Oh, Andronima has a welder?
I have a fusion welder.
Nice! There you go! Look at that!
I also have one of those, I believe.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I do, yes.
Yeah, so please weld those 2 little pipes together, and it'll make a nice little staff weapon.
oh, I like that.
Okay.
You could do that, yeah. So, do you and Manta want to work together on this, or does one person want to do it? How do you guys want to do this?
Manta's asleep.
Oh, Manta's asleep. And actually, technically, Andronima's got to spend her other hour helping you, Noah. So the only person that would be able to do it would be Manta, if you can convince him to stay awake long enough to pull out his fusion welder and weld these 2 metal poles together.
Can I borrow it? Or he has to do it?
You could do it. He has
my stuff is just like laying on the table on the. So you can totally you can borrow it, definitely.
Dawn picks up the fusion welder. Sure. You want to try to? Okay, you're gonna need to make a tech check for me.
Oh, okay. 6. I do have this ability
Okay.
that it makes me reroll any dice roll once per section.
Oh, what's that, like a
You
lucky type thing or something? What's
It's
it?
called stubborn.
Stubborn. Okay. So you can re-roll a check once per session. Okay.
So I'm
You
gonna
have a void point. Also, you can do it. You could technically do advantage if you wanted. If you had a void point to spend.
I do have a void point to spend. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use my void points.
Okay.
One of them.
So you can re-roll and use a void point and make your roll with advantage.
That means 2 check.
Yeah, roll 2, take the higher number, and add your tech to it.
13 and 7. So 13. Oh, that's a 1. 13.
13 plus your tech.
That's 0. So
Oh,
13.
so 13. 13 is enough. So I did roll that it would take you 2 hours to do this.
One little weld.
So you kind of weld a little part, and then for some reason that weld doesn't stick, and you get frustrated and cuss a few times, and then you weld a little bit more. All the meantime, you can hear snoring through Manta's mask.
So I let them know and be like, yeah. So do you know the plan that me, you, and Manta's supposed to go see Santa? Take me out of it. It's gonna take me a little while here.
So, just me and Manta with the leg, then.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Still got to finish up this little piece we're working on. Manta, are you okay?
Yes. What's going on?
Well, since we got some time to kill as we're working, did you want to have your conversation now?
The buzzer to the airlock starts going off. Someone's ringing the doorbell.
Manta.
I'll get it. Yeah, I'll grab it. I get up, walk over to the door, open it up.
Yeah.
Hello?
Open it up. You are met face to face with a yellow glowing AI. It looks similar to the blue one that was in the garage.
I step out and close the door behind me. Hello?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Our AI security protocol bot is going missing. Have you seen it?
Not since it gave us access to our ship.
Why do you seem so confused? Initializing scan.
Oh, shit.
Scan complete.
Cool. What's your scan? Find out anything that I should know? Am I sick?
No,
Okay.
you are perfectly healthy.
Oh, thank you. That's good to hear.
Your arms are cybernetic, though.
That is true. Yes, they are cybernetic.
And that's a very unique piece of tech you wear upon your face.
Oh, thank you. It won't come off. I don't know what it is. Anyways, is there anything else I can help you with?
If you see our security protocol bot, please file a digital report.
Will do.
And it just watches you, and its body turns to the side, does a heel turn, walks around you, and then its head is the last to turn off eyesight with you, like locking eyes with you, and then starts moving down the hall towards the next airlock.
I thought it was coming in for a second. I'm like, oh no.
That is why I closed the door. I open up the crack. I knock on the door. I can't get in. I'm locked out.
What's the password?
It's me. I'm locked out. I can't get in. I don't have fingerprints.
Me.
Yeah, the doorbell's
It's Zanta.
ringing and Manta's buzzing back in.
The password is I'm an AI.
I'm not an AI.
Can we open the door? We are working or something.
No, we'll go and walk to the door to open it and then walk back.
Okay.
Thank you. So apparently there's those AIs that we're currently looking for
Mm-hmm.
is looking for the one we took. The yellow one, though.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, I didn't learn anything except for that I have robotic arms. So
How did it know that?
it scanned me.
Just you?
I'm assuming it was just me. Unless it scanned the ship.
Oopsies.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So we need to take these parts out of here right now.
Maybe
The
that's
taser
something.
will wait.
Maybe that's something. Once me and Noah go and talk to Mr. Zanta, you all could maybe get rid of the parts.
I'm busy doing my stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
Manta,
finishing this
Manta,
task.
you're now
Okay.
realizing that that Dawn is over in the corner with on a workbench using your fusion welder, trying to weld these two bars together.
Be careful with that, and when you're done, just put it back where you got it, please.
Andromeda, you okay to keep working on this while I take a bit out?
I mean, sure. Yeah. That
Do you know
works
what you're doing?
Always.
I'm trusting you.
Trust is a great quality in somebody.
Agreed. So Noah goes and picks up the leg and
Okay.
kind of makes it obscure on his belonging,
Okay.
I guess, the best he can. So it's not obvious he's carrying a leg around.
No, okay.
Manta, you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
So we'll go off that. And do we see that green robot? Or not green, but yellow one?
As you walk out, you do not, because you guys are at the last docking bay of this hall, and the hall goes around a bend over to the other side where there's other docking bays. So you kind of assume that the bot had taken the turn and walked down the other hall.
Should we try to find it or go see someone who knows Zanta?
I mean, I think if we turn it into the bot, they could lead us to Zanta, but we don't have another way of finding this guy, do we? So I think that'd probably be our best bet.
Would Guyana be able to get us an audience?
I mean, I doubt it if she was the one. I mean, she might be able to.
let's try the bot first.
I think that's the better play too.
So
Yeah,
we'll go off looking for the bot.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys head down the hall. We're gonna fade over to Devlin, who is in the garage currently, and basically Brady, Cameron, and Devlin are kind of going through the fueling stations here. They checked in with Mr. Morgan, basically saying that they were going to run their standard protocol kind of safety checks on some of the fueling pipes and things. With Brady's work here, Mr. Morgan seems to trust Brady, even though of the little moment that they had not too long, a few hours ago, with the visit from the AI. Seems like the vibe that you get, Devlin, is Brady's been working here quite a while, and there's been a good rapport between him and Mr. Morgan. So you guys are kind of walking around doing these safety checks on these pipes. You're still a little nervous because you knew what you saw before you left, and you're trying to kind of rush these guys through it, but they're being really slow about it. And this is the penalty for your failed check earlier, is they're just being really slow and very calculating and holding you back a little bit as you're going and moving through. Is there anything in specific that you'd be telling them during these safety checks as you're showing them how to do this?
I just be like, so is there any pipes that are more secluded, a little bit off the main way, that we can kind of be a little bit more discreet? I mean, I can show you here, but
well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dev. That's why I did it over there on my base 7, because that's probably the most secluded area, and I can be in here on the inside while the team's working on the other side.
Okay.
Like that's part of Mavy's specialty. You see, we got some EVA suits, and that's that thing I was talking to you about that Cameron worked on. We've got let's just call it, we've got a cycle that has magnetic fusion holders on it. It's able to magnetically attach to the bottom of Kenar 62, and we rigged these canisters to it to gather the gas, the fuel, as we're siphoning it out. So I hooked the pipe to go outside with the two on the outside, and they're running the fuel tanks on the outside, and once we're full, we scoot off scot-free. No one has any idea what just happened.
That's genius.
I know. See,
This
he's the brains behind this. Yes, that's right. I'm the brains.
Well, if you look down at the pipe over here, you see this little adapter connector thing, like right here?
Yeah. I see it.
So all you do is you take this part right over here, pop the cap,
Yeah.
strap it on the side there, and then you just put this cover over it, and now it just looks like it's a part of it. And that's all you have to do. And then we just have a little connector that all we have to do is go up, and you can turn it on, off, make it do whatever we need to.
It seems easy enough. I'm gonna make a roll for Brady right now. Oh yeah. I got it.
Do you need me to watch you do it one more time, or you good?
No, I got it. That's really easy.
Yeah. No. And like I said, if you have any questions, just where our hangar is. I'm gonna run back if you're good, and I'm gonna go back and help finish up that last bit on the part so we can get it ready.
Okay, how long do you think it's gonna be?
I think last I checked, it shouldn't take too much longer. Maybe another 30 to 60 minutes. Probably maybe a little bit less than that, since we've already been away a little bit.
Okay, so I got word not too long ago before we met that a vessel's coming in to be refueled, and I'm gonna request it stop at base 7, and then we can give it a dry run.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's a big freighter, so it's gonna be a lot. It's called the Promise Keeper.
Awesome. So, are you guys going to, take a little bit off the top?
Oh, of course.
I'm looking forward to it.
And with this part, we'll get off scot-free.
No, and then hopefully in the future, maybe we can do some work with you to get a little bit of a cut of that.
Are you sure you don't want to like be a part of this and help out? I mean, we might be able to trim some off for you too.
We will. But right now we have another job that we're working over here. We're just trying to get our ship together. Someone's funding it, and so we got to make sure we get it up and running and get their money back. So it's one of those real quick, but in the future, working with you, getting some of that gas to get our ship fueled up. That's what we're going to be looking for.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? Thank you, Dev. I mean, this is going to be great.
Told you, this is just the start of a beautiful relationship.
And while he's doing that, like, Cameron starts going beside you, and Brady does one of those things where he kind of does the side hug and slaps like his shoulder and starts shaking him like this, and they're smiling at each other.
That's awesome, guys. All right, I'm gonna roll high fives.
They're all like around you high-fiving.
And I'm just gonna kind of...
Cameron kind of awkwardly misses when he tries to do high fives.
It's okay. It's okay. But you got the hang of it. I'm gonna run back and try and get that thing ready, and then we'll get back to you, and then maybe we'll meet up in the job board again in, let's say, an hour.
Okay.
And then we'll bring the part out, and then we can go from there.
All right, yeah,
Would that work with the time frame of the ship, or is the ship going to be here in 2 hours?
I'll go check the log and see for sure. I could be here within the next few hours. I'm not sure exactly.
Okay, just wanted to be safe, so that way if we need a little bit more time, we know what our window is.
Right. I'm gonna go make sure I meet up with Mavie and make sure everything's ready for the outside.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, me too. Thanks, Dev. And he reaches out and kind of gives you one more handshake. Yeah.
And then after that, I'm just gonna walk fast, but not too suspiciously back, even though I'm probably like sweating right now.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And then I'm just gonna basically jog, speed walk. How you kind of see that kind of running, but not quite running.
Yep.
Back to the ship.
Okay. During this time, Manta and Noah, you've caught up to the bot. Just continue to walk forward.
Noah hurriedly runs up and taps it on the shoulder.
It stops.
Excuse me.
Peeks over its shoulder and then turns around. Yes, how can I help you?
I overheard you looking for that maintenance AI lock bot. Is that correct?
Yes.
We found this, and he displays the leg. I think I saw it having that, and I think I saw this one very, very strange individual. You would know him when you saw him, tall with red, spiky hair. I think his name was either Carly or Cameron. And he was just cackling as he threw this to the side. And I thought you should know.
Physical description. Tall, red hair.
Spiky,
tall, red hair.
cackles.
Cackling uncontrollably.
Yes. You know the person.
Scanning. Identity found. Cameron. Personality. Cackling. Tall, red, spiky hair. Identity match. And he reaches out and goes to grab the leg out of your hand.
Noah gives it to him. Do you need any other information from me?
Looks at the leg. Looks up at you. Where did you find this?
It was in the hall back there. It was just tossed to the side. Almost like it was junk. And you all are not junk.
Indeed, we are not.
I hope to have a friend like you one day.
It just looks at you for a moment. That is a very generous statement.
I wish you well in figuring this out.
I will begin work on it right away. Thank you for your service.
Welcome.
Hopefully we will be able to track down B-108 Security Protocol Unit.
Yep. Best wishes. And Noah starts hightailing it back.
Okay. The AI seems to turn around and start walking back in the other direction as Noah continues to make robot friends.
Once Noah gets back to me, I think I'm going. What do you think about me going up to it and saying I might have some more information for Zanta if it could take me to them?
I say you go for that, but I don't want to be traced back to that leg any more than I already am.
Okay. You go back to the ship then, and I will.
Yep.
I will go do that.
Good luck and don't get caught.
I'll be fine. So I'm gonna go running up to the AI.
Okay. It's still walking as you run up behind it.
I'm gonna go up and kind of walk around. Excuse me. I know you said to put in a online notice if I have any information about your missing AI.
A digital report is required.
Yes. I might have some information that Zanta might want to hear personally. If you can relay that information message to them and get me a meeting.
It depends on the quality of information that you wish to provide.
Might have some information about someone trying to maybe siphon some gas from Zanta and
Someone has
some other
intentions
things.
to steal from Zanta?
Maybe. I would like to discuss this personally with Zanta.
May I ask how you became of this information?
Might have overheard some things that people didn't realize I was nearby. And, figured Zanta's a powerful person here, has some money. Good to be on his good side.
You are right in your assessment.
So, you gonna set me up a meeting with them?
Already filed it digitally. You may come with me.
All right, you lead the way.
Spins around and starts walking down the hall with purpose. You following?
Yeah, I'm
All
a
right. All right, Manta's following
No.
the AI.
This is nothing's gonna go wrong, guys.
R.I.P. Manta. It was nice knowing you.
So, here's what we'll do. At this point, as you're making your way there, as Devlin's making his way back to the ship, Noah, you get back to the ship, and it looks as if Andronima is putting the finishing touches on this taser type thing that you had told her to seem to build and put together. And Dawn, you have just finished correctly welding these two bars together in a fashion that you think you could actually hit something with it and it will not break back apart. You're pretty confident in that. So what you guys have now is considered a melee weapon. And I believe in your weapons there is a stat block for just like a standard melee weapon. Can't remember what page those are on. I think they're towards the back of the book.
Would it be
Yeah, somewhere
considered a
towards the end.
mace now with all the welding that he did that just made a giant knot on it?
Not that bad.
Honestly, most of the welds are where you hold on to it, so it just gives you better grip.
It's part of the plan.
Weapons. Where are the weapons?
Page 122.
Oh, here they are. Boom. So basically, you have a melee combat weapon. Its condition level is 2. It does take up one of your slots. So whoever would have it would be wielding it with one slot. And it does basically 1d4 bludgeoning damage to a target that it hits. So you guys now have your first weapon.
Hold on. It's not you guys. I took
Oh,
one.
yeah. It's like, this is
Hold
mine.
on,
I took 2 hours putting this thing together. It's mine.
I did my job. Condition. It doesn't have a oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will say condition will be 2 on this one.
2, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
And you
finish
guys,
it, on my back. Bam.
and as you're doing that, Noah walks back into the mess area with the table and parts, and Andronima finishing up the taser thing too. I will say probably right after you walk in, Devlin walks in too. So you guys are kind of all 4 back together as Manta has walked with the AI.
Hey guys, we got to be careful. There's a yellow robot going around checking for the robot that we dismantled. I don't know if you guys have done anything with it, but we need to think about moving that piece out.
Yeah, I just talked with it.
You what?
I gave it the leg.
You're saying it came into the ship and you gave it the leg?
No, it went outside and talked to Manta, and then it scanned the ship, so it may have known that it was in here. So we went to go and give it the leg and tell them what we found, which was that Cameron's fingerprints are on it.
Then we're gonna have to move fast because we're gonna have to give them that part because Cameron's a part of their plan for siphoning gas and stuff. So is the piece done?
I believe the piece is done. I believe the stick is done. My stick.
No. No. You have my name on it.
You engraved it on the side.
On the side.
Is that what took you that long?
Yes, there was a name on.
2 hours just for that.
I'm a
And
quarter.
Andromeda, you have the tape.
Basically, it was 15 minutes of welding, and the rest of the time was him trying to find the perfect font for his name.
You gotta make sure it's royalty free.
That's right. Papyrus.
Yeah.
And
Oh no.
I think Manta went to go and spread the good word with the robot even more. So he is not back yet. At least I don't think so. Noah looks over the couch and doesn't see him there.
I
Then
don't
we
think
need to
it will
hurry
be.
up. Go ahead.
I don't think he'll be back. So we need
Ever?
Like, Banta's gone?
I mean, he went straight to Zanta.
Yeah, what's the worst that
People
could happen?
Do people ever come out?
I don't know. Do you know if they come out or don't come out?
Touche. I'll go back to my corner.
We gotta move.
Yeah.
Dad, what's next step? Go.
Brady's ready to go. They have an op ready. Mavy's already outside. They have EVA suits where they siphon everything. They have a ship coming in. He's already tested the part, make sure it works. He knows how it all goes. Well, with the prototype. And no, all I got to do now is just hand him the part, and then he's going to go do it.
They have
And,
EVA suits.
They do. Mavie and her team on the outside of the station.
Well, we should probably acquire those.
How much time do we have for Manta to get to Santa? And us try to do
Unknown.
everything else in between.
Yeah.
I'd say within the hour we should have this done.
I mean, I don't think even within the hour. That AI moves like really fast. I think we
Zanta
should
will.
not risk it, because we might get into more trouble if we try to do double team this shit.
Manta was very excited to get to Santa.
No, it gives
Why
the
not?
piece over to Dev.
Plus, if we can just get their EVA suits, maybe we can ask for them, because the EVA suits are really expensive. But if we get the team's EVA suits, we could just have free EVA suits.
So I'm going to go run this part over if that's okay with everyone. So that way we can at least get this in their hands.
Yes.
And hopefully they'll install it. Does that work?
Go, go, go. We'll be here.
All right. I just take off, running a little bit faster walk jog.
Okay, you got it. You take off. You're headed there. Manta,
Yes.
you are following behind this AI who has started walking with purpose. It's not that the AI wasn't walking with purpose before, but it was now that you have come forward with this information, seems to have picked up the pace behind its gait. It makes its way towards the bridge area.
I'll keep base.
And you pass where you guys went to visit Guyana, and you come to a set of basically glass double doors with security panels on each side. There are two individuals standing there holding what look to be some type of pulse rifles or something of that nature, pieced together out of different parts. They stand to the side as the AI walks in and basically walks up to one of the control panels, begins to type on the control panel, and then sets its hand kind of there, and it kind of does this really strange scan on its hand, and the doors slide open. Inside, you see what appears to be, if you can imagine, a very dark nightclub with bright blue and pink kind of lights that seem to be just tracking along a dance floor area.
Like your background?
Yeah, like that. But imagine them moving, kind of moving, and you do hear music playing. It does sound kind of like a club inside. And the AI unit begins to just walk right in.
I follow.
You follow, and you're looking around. It's very dark inside, but you can see there are standing bar tables that seem to have these dimly lit glowing LEDs that seem to glow along the floor. And you can see a few individuals standing around it with seems to be neon glowing drinks in their hands and glasses. Looks like people wearing relatively decent attire that kind of stand apart from a lot of the other people that you've seen here so far. You see both male and female enjoying their time. It's not packed, it's not crowded. There's just pieces of people kind of like standing around in different groups. Seems like there's waitresses walking around and waiters walking around with trays. You don't see it's not like downstairs where you occasionally see like the AI units like bringing people things. It's actual personnel that are walking around here, humanoid personnel, different alien species and stuff delivering these things. Still very dark, very dim. The AI takes you to a set of stairs that leads up higher to another set of these double doors where there are more guards standing there. And the AI leads you through those doors as well. Continues walking, not saying anything, holding the leg in the hand. You continue to follow. Okay. You make your way into a chamber that is dark. The doors close behind you, and you can see that there's a blue illumination coming from the background. And you can see there is holographic, floating, what appear to be TV screens and video consoles. It seems to be floating around the outside of the premise. They're very big. It's almost like the individuals that are in there are very lifelike. You can see it looks to be security monitors from all over Kenar 62. And there's a large chair kind of in the middle behind this massive desk. To the sides, you can see there are 4 tubular-like structures. 3 of them are empty. They look to have a lot of tech kind of surrounding them, and they have glass kind of covering the front. The 4th one currently has an AI unit inside. This AI unit is glowing a green color. And it looks like it's in some kind of charging port. You do catch a glimmer off to the left of another glowing unit that is not in the canister. You recognize that you've seen it before. It's a blue unit. It's just kind of standing there to the side as the yellow one leads you in. And spinning around in the chair, you see there is a individual, which I'm going to show you in the Roll20. I'll show you what Zanta kind of looks like. Show to players, show to everyone. This is Zanta. Looks to be an older man, gray-haired, short gray hair. He seems to have these metal tech strips that kind of attach to his head, 3 of them. The only difference here that I would describe from the picture is that you can see there are blinking lights on each one of them. Some of them blinking blue, some of them blinking yellow, some of them blinking green. He's wearing some type of uniform. White and gray, just like what you see. It's more, that one looks in the picture looks more military. The uniform that I picture is something more kind of like, imagine that he was like the CEO of a major company. What he would kind of wear, his logos and stuff. And he looks towards the AI unit as the AI unit kind of takes a step to the side and reveals the silhouette of you standing there in the midst of this dark room with a blue glow. Huh. Yellow, what is the nature of the visit? And the yellow AI kind of looks. This individual has important information about an upcoming heist to rob you, Mr. Zanta.
That I do.
Oh. Well, please inform me. How am I being robbed?
Well, I might have overheard some individuals planning on taking things that weren't necessarily meant for them coming up soon. And, you know, your name is quite powerful around here. So I figured if I could get on your good side, maybe we could work together in some way. And how I think Zanta and Manta have a great ring to it, personally. By the way, I'm Manta. You can call me Manta.
Manta?
Mhm.
Wow, that's really is a great name, to be honest.
Thank you. Zanta's a pretty great name, too.
I think so. So, you want to strike some kind of deal?
Well, yeah, that would be nice. Maybe, you know, get on your good side. Float me in my group of some jobs, maybe, or, you know, incorporate us into your business. That would be, you know, useful for a upstart group like ourselves.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. If you have information that's going to stop said individuals from stealing from Kenar 62, this great station, probably the pinnacle of the Iron Ring,
I agree.
then, of course, there's plenty of contracts and work that could be done. especially for someone with such a great name as Manta.
Well, may I sit and discuss?
I'd offer you a seat if there was one. He
Oh,
points.
I see
He
that,
points. There's no seat for any guest. It's just a desk and his.
Well, I am fine with standing. So yeah, what kind of reward kind of thing would this bring in for such good intel?
Well, you see, Manta, the way I do things around here is I reward in quality contracts.
Okay.
See, I like to give potential individuals who have exceedingly high abilities, and of course, if you're perceptive enough to discover something that I am not, and he points to all the screens around of his surveillance, then I surely believe that you could qualify for some of these top-tier contracts, which would be definitely beneficial for you because of the payments that can be made, the fueling that can be maintained. You know, we deal in mainly fuel and other trade resources here at Kenar 62. I'm sure that could be something that could be worked out.
Well, we actually just came into possession of a brand new ship. However, it's being held for docking fees currently. So if we could get that situated, that would be wonderful. And then,
docking fees, they can be a hassle, but indeed they are necessary.
They are. No, I agree they are. And we bought the ship from it was I forget what it was called. It was like the collection agency or whatever it is on the station had it. So bought it from like an auction.
Oh, absolutely.
So we inherited the debt, of course.
Absolutely. The purchasing and selling of debt is something that happens a lot around here. Yes. The AI walks up and sets the leg down on the desk in front of Zanta, and then walks over to kind of like like where his station would be. That particular bot, you would assume that's where his like charging station is, and he looks over to Zanta and says, a recent discovery by Manta has brought us closer to finding the missing security protocol droid. B-108 has gone missing. But this leg and a positive identity match has been discovered. Cameron, personality trait, cackling. Physical description, long red spiky hair. Identity match. Illustrating photo now. Initializing. And all of a sudden, those screens all around, you can see Cameron on every single one of them.
Huh. That's funny enough, actually. So my crew, we actually have someone on the inside of this group that is looking to steal from you. And actually, I believe that person, and I'll point to one of the screens that has this picture of that he is a part of that group.
I see. I've seen this Cameron before. Yes. Yellow. Please initialize all security footage. And please link up Cameron's image, please. Absolutely. Initializing. And all of a sudden the screens start like scanning. They're just scanning. You see a bunch of things scan, zap, zap, zap. All of a sudden you see a security camera of the garage. And then Zanta looks up at one of the images, like captured up there, and you can see there are 3 individuals walking from bay to bay to bay. Manta, you're watching this. And image of Dev hat and glasses.
Now, you see, Zanta, you remember when I said that I have an inside man? That is actually him right there.
Oh, really?
He's keeping track of their movements and acting like he is helping them while also gathering information for our crew and also for you.
Wow. A great name and intelligent. And mysterious.
Oh, you know, I kind of check all the boxes.
Manta, I would like you to make a savvy check for me, please.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I said I'm gonna use roll 20. So.
Okay. Do you have any void points you'd like to spend? Oh no!
Is it too late to say yes?
I'll let you spend one if you want to spend it.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right. So that's plus 3, so it's 15.
Okay, it's a success. That sure looks better than that one.
Yeah. Roll 20 is not on my side. Come on now. Maybe I won't get my dice out.
So Xanta's like, basically looks up to the AI and says, please scan to the other individual. And the zoom spins over and you can see an image of Brady on the screen.
When his pops up, I'll be like, I believe that individual's name is Brady?
Oh, yes. Yellow, do an initial scans on all 3 individuals for me, please. And you see some of the other screens like start running. There's like these boxes and it's all these images of people just going by fast, like quickly. Then all of a sudden one pops up of Devlin and it has a fingerprint thing on the side of where it has his fingerprint scan from when he did his initial fingerprint and has his name and kind of like his DNA reading and stuff like that from all the stuff that you guys had to do to get the ship. Like, and he actually has a zoom in close up of his eyeball from when you guys did that initial look into that thing. Yeah, the retinal scan. So he gets all that information. He also has Brady's up and he also has Cameron's up in front. So this dev's on your side then.
That is correct. He is a part of my crew. There's 5 of us, counting me, 5 in total. And we came.
Seems to check out. I can see the dates on when all these were applied to the system. Relatively new here, huh?
Yeah. So like I said, we just arrived and we procured our new ship, and we are Dev was just doing some work on the station. He's kind of like our mechanic, and came across this operation that seems to be happening. So we jumped on the opportunity to make a more name for ourselves.
I see he's already started off pretty good, and he looks on the bottom of the scan. You can see that he got a payout of 50 hollows from Zanta for a repair job that he did in the fuel bay.
Yes, he's quite a good mechanic.
Well, we could use some good mechanics here, Ken R62. And some that are good at, looks like he's working all angles. That's, it's clever. Well, I think it, I guess...
Let me give you some more information on what they're planning on doing. How about that? And then we can... And then you can decide if it's worth maybe paying off our debt to release our ship or not.
Absolutely.
Sound good?
Absolutely. That sounds
Show
great.
good faith.
That sounds great. And we're going to pause there, and we're going to segue over to some other people as you're in the midst of that conversation. The rest of you, while this is happening, I think you had planned, Devlin, you were going to give the part. Okay? Not a problem. You go meet with Brady, hand him the part. It's like, thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get ready and take care of this.
Awesome. Looking forward to it, and look forward to celebrating with maybe a few drinks after this.
Oh, definitely. Hey, Nebula's
Do you know a
upstairs. Nebula's
Nebula?
is the place to go. Yep.
All right, so what do you say, like 8 o'clock tonight?
8 o'clock. You got it.
All right. Look forward to it.
All right. He tucks the part and just starts taking off towards the garage area. Where are you headed, Devlin?
Back to the ship.
All right, back to the ship. The rest of you are all joined back together in the ship as Devlin gets back. Manta is still not returned.
I think
I'm
that
just gonna
Manta
say-
is dead.
Do we have a plan B here?
I think plan B would be to like run or something, scrub our identities, change our faces, like the worst plan imaginable, just like I don't know. I don't know.
No, we doubled and triple checked this. This is this is gonna work, and I'm really tired, and I'm gonna go sit down and relax a little bit. Maybe take a little bit of a nap, because I have been running for a while.
Just like Manta.
What are the odds of him making out alive?
I would say probably like a 0.1%.
There's 2 points in there?
Yes.
Point one.
It's so little that there's nothing in there. I think honestly he's probably dead, and we could just, if we take a look through a telescope or something, we could just see his corpse floating out in space.
Care to make a wager on that?
You know what? I like my 20 hollows.
I think he's going to be just fine.
I hope so. But you know, shady crime lord do shady crime lord things.
Manta's not a shady crime lord.
Oh,
Yet.
but the AI might be a shady crime lord. What if the AI is Zanta?
Wait, do we know anything about Manta?
I don't know, though. Besides the fact that he's like fun.
I know a little bit from the conversation that I had with him.
Do we need to worry about something?
Is he a crime lord?
Not that he's aware of.
Is he a
Oh.
human?
For the most part, I would guess. What does being a human have to do with whether you can trust him?
Because if it was an AI, 100% AI, if we expected for the other AIs, they could become friends.
I want to become friends with AIs. You don't see you turning your back on me.
Who says I trust you?
Well, hold on there a second. I trust most of you. At the very least, I trust Noah because he likes AIs too, and I think they're pretty damn cool.
And I haven't tried to take your stick from you.
You have? When the first time I finished it, you said it was my stick.
Did I try to actually take it when you claimed it?
Alright, I'll give
No.
you one. We all get one. You get this one.
And it made a way for us to defend ourselves? And Andromeda helped?
So let's
But
go back to
they're-
Manta. So what are we gonna do now? Do we wait?
I
don't know.
Well, let's look at what could and could not happen. Let's say everything goes great and the story plays out. What's going to happen?
He falls asleep.
That's a given.
He
But we
gets
get some extra
money.
hollows, we get some more contracts, we're connected, everything's great. What if it goes to hell?
We go to jail? Or space jail?
Someone comes to kill us immediately.
Yeah. And then we have to fight them, and we have no weapons besides the welded sword thing that Dawn has. And a
And
taser!
One-shot taser. By the way, can that recharge?
Oh. We'll have to find out. We could attack with our welders. Maybe
See?
we just like light up a fire and scorch somebody's eyes out. I've done that before.
It's a makeshift flamethrower, see? We gotta be resourceful here.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, I can always just use my hands. I like crushing skulls and it's fun.
You've done this before.
Hold on.
Oh, you said you weren't a killer.
Yeah.
I'm not a killer, but I used to be.
So you're one of us.
Oh no, I just fought in the war, but I lost. I think I did. I don't know, it's very confusing out there in the memory banks of my mind. So I don't really know. But I'm okay if we have to crush some people that are like bandits or something. I mean, if they're coming to kill us, it's us versus them, right?
So we can go around killing people as long as in the future we stop, and that's going to be okay.
Not exactly, I don't think. I mean, I thought when I was killing people that they were evil people, you know, whether they were or not, I guess I'll never find out because nobody really did. Ever. I just hate corporations. I hate working for people who have all the money in the world. It always makes me feel so weak about things.
Used?
Yes, exactly like that. Because I know that they won't give a rat's ass. If something bad happens to us, they'll just replace us with another crew of people. So I would prefer to work for somebody who actually cares about their people.
So we think about replacing Manta?
No, we're not replacing Manta. Why would we ever replace Manta? He's great. He
He
just
said he's
sleeps all
not
the
going to come
time.
back alive.
Well, that's my prediction, but if we're gonna have to, you know, we don't have to replace him. We can just hope for the best, and then if the best doesn't happen, well, then he's safe in my
Replace him.
memories.
The serious question. Is he a robot that's gone sentient?
I don't think he's a robot.
Are we sure?
That is not, but
Yeah.
we never see him.
That's what I'm saying. Is he a robot that became sentient and
Maybe
thinks
not.
he's human?
Space.
I don't believe he is, but I don't think he knows what he looks like, honestly.
I don't think he knows what he is.
What I'm saying. Could be a virus in the robot thinking that he's human. And he's got autonomy now.
Well, we can scan him. We know his arms are robot, but the rest of them shouldn't be.
I do have a.
That's an easy problem to solve.
Well, he could be a hybrid.
No, but
One
the
of
rest of them seems smushy.
Cybernetic?
Android cyborgs?
Byborg? Is he a spy kid?
As you guys are talking about Manta, we segue to Manta. Who's standing with Zanta. And what information would you have given him in the time that you had this conversation? We don't have to like role play out the whole conversation, but if there's
Basically, I would have given them the information of what they're planning. So this device, and I will tell him that we help make the device just so we could get on the inside. So that way he knows that we helped make the device.
Okay.
But, hopefully that, since we are turning them in, that doesn't matter. We're just kind of using them to get closer and closer to them. Also, tell them like where the dockyard that they were, what they're planning on doing there. Yeah, basically all the information that I would actually know about them. So I'll tell them about the female that I also saw with Brody, whatever his name was.
Oh yeah,
Brady. Yeah, I'll tell him about the female.
Maybe.
Maybe, yes.
Okay. Yep, they get a positive scan on Maybe as well. He looks at you and says, this is pretty incredible. That bit of tech that you put together, that's pretty clever. Being able to bypass our systems on regulating our prices of fuel. It's genius.
Our crew has a lot of good people that excel in different areas.
Well, Manta, I've got some good news for you.
I love good news.
The good news is that you've done a good thing here.
Oh, thank you.
And I am going to make sure that this little operation goes awry. And make sure that things are taken care of the way that they need to be taken care of. In the meantime, I want you to just relax. take a moment to join with your crew, maybe talk to Devlin about the conversation that you had with me. And I think I'll take care of this little issue so that way it can be just dealt with very quickly. And then be prepared to be in contact, because if this operation works out without a hitch, and everything in what you told me is tip-top, then we'll have some business.
Now, something else that we could work out here is if you also arrest or capture Devlin with this group, the group wouldn't know that we were the ones that turned them in. So then we could perhaps keep our ears to the ground for you for other people and do the same thing. Kind of be like your ears on the street a little bit, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We could have Devlin accompany them when they go to do their operation, and you all swoop in, take them all, and then you release Devlin back to us.
I like this idea. I like it. Let's plan on that. Can you make sure that your people are in place?
Of course.
I'll make sure that my people, when he looks over to the AIs, I'll make sure my people are in place.
Yeah, so we'll send Devlin along with that crew, and sounds like we have a plan. Good doing business with you.
And same to you, Manta. I look forward to doing more business with you in the future.
I indeed do the same. We'll talk to you soon.
Indeed. And you see him kind of just give you a wink, and as he winks, the door behind you opens.
I will see myself out.
All right. You walk kind of through the club and make your way out, and as you approach the other door kind of seems to open automatically as well.
As I'm heading through the club, I want to try and keep my head down, so that way if people are watching his office, they don't necessarily, recognize me coming out, kind of thing.
It's kind of one of those things where there's not a whole lot of people, so you'd have to physically sneak around to stay hidden.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. It's
okay.
more,
You're gonna be seen because the lights will eventually catch you, and people will know that you're leaving. And people do. It's like one of those movies where you kind of walk in and everybody kind of looks over and they're smoking and they're just watching you as this haze is kind of rising up from their smokes and things. But yeah, you make your way out and you can head back to the ship if that's where you want to go.
I will. I do. As I'm leaving, I want to just take a quick look around. Is anybody seeming to pay more attention to me than some others? Like maybe there might be a spy or something like that.
Make a savvy check for me.
Okay. That is an 18 plus 3.
18.
So 21.
You're looking around, and there's not a lot of people in the hallway. But this is the first time you've actually took the time to realize that you can see one of the camera units up in the hallway. And you kind of make eyes with the camera that you now know that Zanta has pretty much everywhere in this station. But that's what you notice.
Yeah, I'll head back to the ship then.
All right. The door of the airlock opens, folks, and Manta returns.
Yeah, I'll knock on it. Someone has to let me in.
Oh yeah, somebody has to let Manta in. As the doorbell rings,
it's
to
me.
the airlock.
Can you let me in?
You're muted if you're talking.
Secret password.
I'm not an AI.
Good. It's Manta.
I'll let him in.
Yeah, I told you he wouldn't die.
And you now have access to your ship, Manta.
So I will basically go through the whole spiel the deal that we have now with Zanta and the thing with Dev. So if Dev's asleep, I'm gonna go wake him up for this conversation.
Okay.
Inform him what's gonna happen, but he'll be fine, all that kind of stuff. What does everybody think? I tried to get us a good deal. Also tell them about the cameras, of course. So
It
I'm not
beats
a
us being
fan.
dead.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of being in their operation now since I wasn't originally going to be in it. But if it's going to make the process work, I'm not a fan of it. But they need to make sure that there's people on the outside, as they have EVA suits to collect all the fuel that they're going to siphon. So
yeah, see, like my thought process behind it was, if you're captured along with them, hopefully they don't suspect us turning them in. That way we can still keep our street cred.
and if they start shooting or I get pushed off the ledge,
You should be fine. I have faith.
What's he gonna do once he's arrested?
They will release him back into to us.
You have that in writing?
No, but Zanta seems like a person that is going to keep his word. I think we had some rapport.
well,
You're much too trusting of people in authority.
Yeah. Especially people who run very shady authorities.
I look over to Devlin and just make a sign that's like,
Gonna die. Sorry.
towards him.
I'm just gonna kind of look around and just go, well, technically I kind of came up with this idea, so I guess I'll go. But if anything happens, one scratch, we get to scan you to see if you're human or not.
I am okay. I am not an AI. I start to unbutton my vest, and I will show them my skin underneath my vest, like so you can see my chest, basically. See,
They make synthetic skin now.
poke it. You can feel the bones. Yeah, I'm not metal.
Do you bleed?
Yes. Give me a knife. Poke something.
Don's getting out his staff.
And I let them like nick me, so now I have a little like cut mark on my chest, and it starts to bleed.
It bleeds. Yeah.
See, I am just a normal person like you all, just with metal arms.
Is that blood or oil?
You want to taste it?
Not really.
I would not advise it. But
It's like that scene in Terminator. Artificial flesh over metallic endoskeleton.
yeah. Okay, so we can get off this whole thing. I'm not an AI.
I think so.
I mean, isn't all intelligence artificial these days? How do we know what we know?
Well, I guess that could be an argument. Yeah.
Well, that runs a bigger system. Are we just in a big simulation?
See?
Running a computer?
Are we in some kind of matrix?
Oh my gosh. You
I
know,
think they
I'm
did a movie about that.
really old and not that good. The CGI really didn't hold up.
All right, I'll do it. It's going to be awkward explaining why I'm joining them. For them.
Oh, you could just say that you wanted more. You wanted to make sure they could successfully install this, so you decided to accompany them. Since they're siphoning some fuel for us too, it's benefits us that it's done correctly.
Or maybe I could say that I need to make a quick modification.
Or
to the
that
device.
that would work too.
All right, I think I got it. So this is going down within the next hour.
Zanta is watching, so
Should you not make it back, can we have your stuff? Temporarily.
It all goes to Andromeda.
Thank you.
So let's make sure he doesn't come back.
Are you insinuating that you're going to fight me?
No.
You better not,
Maybe.
because I will crush your skull.
Everybody wants that dang parachute.
yep.
So, yeah.
I'd say outside that, I'd just be waiting until psyching myself up to get ready.
Okay, well, in the meantime, I'd say you have just a few minutes. Is there anything else anybody else would want to do before that takes place, or do you guys want to just go right to that moment?
I don't have anything else to do.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. Let me see if I can find some more tense music. Let's try this.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
I don't know.
Samantha,
Yes.
how come except of you going with them, you sending Dev to go with them?
I'm sorry, what?
Isn't Dev taking them, Devlin taking them to the, to Santa?
No, they will intercept them while they're on the job.
Oh, okay. I missed the part. Sorry. I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at my staff.
So
Yeah, no, you're fine.
are the rest of you staying in the Omen? Or is anybody else going
Yeah.
to a different location?
Omen bound.
Yep.
Omen down, okay.
Yeah.
Andronima, you're staying at the Omen too? So you guys
Yeah.
are staying at the vessel, okay. You're sending
Got this,
Devlin
Devlin.
out. Devlin has got this. And you guys see the camera like pans to like a slow motion shot of Devlin like reaching up, putting his sunglasses on as he's walking down the hall. And you know his jacket is just kind of like flowing in the background a little bit as he's walking forward. He's got this kind of strut as he's walking down the hall. And Devlin, you make your way towards the fueling station, where as you walk in, you do see that Brady is in the fueling station, and he's somewhat shocked to see you as you come in. Now, the fueling station is kind of as bustling as it's been all day when you've been coming in and out. There's other vessels kind of coming in to be refueled and things of that nature. And you approach Brady. And he's kind of shocked. He's like, I thought you weren't coming.
I know. We screwed up on. We just got to make a quick change on the software. You still have the device, or is it installed?
Oh yeah, no, I got it here. I haven't gotten started yet.
All right, perfect. Come on, let's go to the corner real quick. I just gotta make a quick tweak to it. We tightened one of the bolts too tight, and it's gonna cut off the sensor, and it just cuts it off just enough to where the infrared can't see it. So we gotta loosen it just up a little bit more so you can see that red dot when it comes out.
Oh, okay. Well, here, take care of it. And he hands you the part.
And I just kind of take one of the bolts and just kind of like half, not even a half, like a fraction of an unscrew. And then I kind of like hold it up in the light so you can kind of, you know how you see the infrared light when you hold it up to a light? I'm like, see, you can see it now.
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah.
Yeah. No, so here, I just wanted to make sure. Is that the ship coming in?
Oh, yeah, check it out. The Promise Keeper. And it's a massive vessel pulling in.
All right, well,
It definitely looks like a huge freighter that probably has a ton of material on it. Looks to be some kind of maybe bigger salvaging ship.
all right, well, let's hurry up and get this on. And I'm here already. You know what? We're gonna stick it out like brothers.
Oh, man, I'm so glad you're here because I'm going to be honest. I kind of forgot some of the things that you told me.
Not a problem. That's what I'm here for. I just kind of wrap my arm around him and just kind of take him in. I kind of pat him on the chest. I'm like, I got you.
Yeah, and I've got Mavie is on the outside, and I've got Zand out there too.
Awesome.
And they're ready to do the work out there. All they're going to be doing is taking that siphoning pipe, and they're going to be hooking it up to the tanks of the cycle, and we're good to go.
Awesome. Well, let's do this.
All right. So you guys go down to the hose, the pipe, to start making these repairs. Are you going to do the repairs? You going to do this?
I'm going to stand kind of like beside him looking, but also kind of looking out, because if I see like the robots coming, I'm kind of going to put up a fake front and be like, and just kind of make it look like I'm shocked too. Because I also, if they're going to swing at me, I kind of want to go with the punch.
Okay, you got it. Okay, so he kind of bends down and he starts doing this. Now, I'm going to be up front with you right away. When I rolled for his ability to be able to learn how to do this from you earlier, I rolled a 2.
That's my roll.
So I wrote that down to keep in track of keep my memory. So since you are kind of guiding him through it, but you're also kind of distracted looking for bots, he is going to make the roll with disadvantage to put this in. But good thing for him is he has a +2 in tech. But with disadvantage, that makes it a total of a 5.
Would I kind of look down and see that he kind of screwed up? Like, would he like cuss or something?
Oh yeah, like immediately you start to realize that something is wrong because fuel begins to leak.
I'm like, dang it, here, move out of the way.
Oh man, what happened? I thought I did everything right.
No worries. Here, let me do it.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna get caught.
Nope, don't worry. Just take a deep breath, look at me. Woosah.
He goes,
all right.
Okay, what do we do?
Here, just quickly tighten that up so the fuel stops coming out. And then just hand me the device. And I'll just go ahead and slide it in. Remember, it's only 3 moves. Click, twist, and tighten. And put the cap over.
Okay. He goes to start tightening it. And that's when you are startled by a slam on the glass beside where the pipe kind of goes through the outside to where they would like hook it up to the ship. And you can see there's an individual in an EVA suit who has come around the top and just like slammed on the glass like nearby you. Kind of, it's a diagonal look to you. You're looking down at this person who's slamming on the glass. You can see through the EVA suit and see that it's Mavie. And she looks terrified. And then all of a sudden, you see this yellow glowing arm from the outside reach up and grab the back of her and just drag her out of your view. As you hear the screech of her trying to claw the glass underneath the bottom of where this flooring is of Kenar 62.
Does Brady see this?
And that's where we're going to end this episode of Omen.
Going as planned.
Devlin might actually die.
I'm getting a little nervous right now.
It's Alien 2.0.
Oh, no.
No. But he's making it to the 3rd session this time.
Oh my god.
Talk about a very tense episode tonight, guys. I was like on the edge of my seat pretty much the whole evening. Well done, everybody. We will have to see what happens in 2 weeks' time whenever we return for episode 3 live right here on YouTube. Thank you to all of you who hung out with us tonight. There was a bunch of people in chat. I saw Mr. Misery was hanging out with us for a while. There was another person, Shiyur was there. I believe that's how I pronounce it. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. A bunch of people that we had hanging out with us. Stumpy was there for a while. Thank you guys. so much. Manta murdered Dev, lol.
No. Dev's gonna be
I'm not
fine.
dead yet. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
That's what they always say.
So yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. I believe that is, gosh, September 20th?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we'll be back September 20th for a live episode, and I will have these. I'll be chopping this episode into 2 different episodes to re-release on our YouTube channel as post-production edits, so you guys can check those out. They'll be coming out within the next couple of days, the first part, and the second part will be coming back probably sometime. I think I try to do it like every 5 days or so. That way you guys can get a little taste of more Omen action throughout the week as a reminder. So we will see what happens with this crew in just a few weeks. So until next time, everybody, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, and we'll see you all soon. Good night, everybody.